Hello everyone and thank you for clicking this video. My name is MC Miriam Lux and I'm going to talk about very serious issues in Georgia. Like, we're at the edge of the war, of the civil war, and in this video I'm also going to mention about the main major role that diplomacy is actually playing in global world politics and also in like very small countries' fate and their like internal affairs, and how can diplomacy have a very serious impact and role in solving one of the main and major problems which exist in small countries and big countries and in the global politics and in international relations. So actually I have just listened to very serious like member of parliament, and I highly appreciate and highly show my respect to you, Tamar Chekviani, who is like the leader of the party known as Law and Justice. And this lady is like an iron lady, and she's actually known as her really greatest law and justice, and how she's actually fighting so hard for really creating law and justice in our country, in Georgia, to really promote real peace, real diplomacy, and real rule and law in our country, which can actually help us to solve all the problems existing, which like corruption, economy, business, and whatever. So she actually refers to the embassies to promote peace and placidity and to help solve the problem about the political arrest of a former president of Georgia, Mikheil Saakashvili. So here like many different problems coming from this. Like the kind of dispute between position and opposition is like a big deal, but just now the very serious issue is going to be like the integrity of the former president of Georgia, Mikheil Saakashvili. So if this concept, if this notion which I've just said, like the integrity of Mikheil Saakashvili will not be secured and will not be saved, there's going to be a very serious problems and even the civil war in our country. That's possible to happen. And to avoid that, as well as said in the beginning of the video, it's very important that diplomacy actually played a major role in preventing and avoiding this civil war in Georgia, because our country, our small country, which has seen so many different problems, like from Russia, from Turkey, from many different countries since the history, and we've seen that we've been so strong that we were able to still maintain our governing system, and we were able to maintain ourselves, our nation, till here. And now we also have to face another civil war and another problems and another very serious hard conditions. This is going to be very unbearable, and our country will not be able to endure another civil war once again. So we have to be very careful to avoid this as much as we can. And the only way to avoid this from happening is going to be the main and major role that diplomacy is playing in preventing those civil wars, global wars, or whatever. Because diplomacy is very important for maintaining democracy and for maintaining international peace, and even not only international but also internal peace. So I also want to send this message to the US Embassy, to the UK Embassy, to all the embassies, that please, as you know, you big embassies and the big countries' embassies, if you're able to solve big countries' problems and the international issues between big countries and like, you know, in many different kind of global countries, you can also be able to solve our small countries' political affairs. You can be able to do that because your governance, your influence, your democracy is also playing a very major role in world democracy, and you will also be able to prevent our very important, small, important, innocent country's fate and future and our generation's life and whatever. You will be able to do that. So please take an action. So I was like always watching like what was the diplomacy doing, and I've seen that actually its influence and like the way that it can actually have very serious impact on the global political events was very serious. But nowadays I've seen that in some kind of cases we only see the kind of announcements, intimations, the talkings, press conferences, but just now I really want to see an action. This is very important right now. Not only like you're bothered and you're kind of really worried and anxious. This, of course, also means a lot when you're showing your position. But right now, we want to see an action. Because if there's going to be no action, there's going to be very difficult to prevent ourselves from being at the edge of civil war. So please make sure that the integrity of former president of Georgia, Mikheil Saakashvili, is actually secured. Because if it did not actually happen, we have to really face the situation. Because if you ambassadors and if you, the representatives of embassies, really want to promote the better future of our country, and if you want to avoid the destabilization of situation and also like there's some kind of humanitarian crisis in our country, we have to make sure that this destabilization of our country does not exist anymore. And so please take an action for avoiding that. So another very important thing here is to say that, when there was like also very kind of intense relations between Russia and other different countries, like for example Ukraine, we've seen that the U.S. like the Secretary of State Blinken and like also the UK embassy representatives and so many people are actually involved in this, protecting Ukraine from kind of potential dangers from Russia about a border issue. And we've seen that Biden sent trillions and billions of dollars to Ukraine to make sure and convince it that they're actually safe and secured from the dangers coming from Russia and from like protecting them from dangers from Russian dangers, like the European Union was actually also protected from Russian dangers, and so many countries. So, and we, small country, and we know that our countries, like also Georgia, is like so kind of has so many skillful people in so many different aspects. You want in art, in sport, in science, in technology also, and we need that law and justice. We need that law and justice to prevent civil war, and to promote international and internal peace. So if, for example, you are able, the embassies and ambassadors were able to solve the issue like about the Ukraine and Russia issue, please consider us also, that we Georgians also need your help right now. We need your help. You have a very serious influence about our country, about our generation's future, about our welfare, about our well-being, and please, once again, show us that you really have a very serious role in this, and please show us that you can actually give your assistance, give your aid, because we really need it right now. Even if it's, for example, the issue about position or opposition, both of the parties, position or opposition, need peace. And we really need to promote peace, because if peace does not exist, then there's going to be no law and justice. And to really see that there's like order, law, and justice in our country, we really have to make sure that the peace and positivity is existing in our country. And also, I want to send this message to the Ukraine embassy. Ukraine embassy, protect your citizen. It's your obligation. Because we know that a former president of Georgia is a citizen of Ukraine, and it's not only Georgia's obligation, it's not only the US or UK embassy's obligation, but it's also Ukraine obligation to protect and safeguard its citizen and very important citizens, former president of Georgia's rights. So please, all the embassies, all organizations, we know that embassies, organizations were created to promote peace. Show it us right now. We need it. We really need it for having a better future, and we need it for really sustaining peace. And I really want that actually existed, because I want to live in a world where there is real peace, where there is real law, and there is real justice. I do not want to live in a world where there is no law and no justice and no democracy. And when I see that not only my country in Georgia, but it's also like different countries, because I'm also half American and I have like many different nationalities, and I see the US is also like in very different chaos, or like there's like some kind of intense relations, I feel disillusioned. And I want that the strong democracies, US, I appreciate you. I love you. I want to see your support. And I really want that you, the US, UK, I love you all. I love you, the English-speaking countries. I love you, all the embassies. So please show me your support and show me that you can really have a great influence on promoting the peace in my country, in Georgia. So thank you a lot for watching this video. And my name's MC Lux. And if you liked it, please comment down below what you think about this video. And yeah. Bye. Wish you peace and safety and also health during this pandemic. Bye.